Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a little bit of an independent bookshop haul. So I have the best local bookshop called the Book Circle. I've talked about it in videos before, but all of these books have been bought in my last two kind of big visits going. There's some semi-well-known books, some new fantasy, some new mythology, some authors that I've never heard of before, and even some books that are from all over the world. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So this first book is one that I saw plenty of my fantasy girls reading on Instagram. It is Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundell. I do believe this is like middle grade, young adult type thing, so it's probably a bit of a younger genre than I would normally read. But I absolutely love also reading younger genres, younger type age books. You people know what I mean. So it says, there's a place where all the wildest stories began when Christopher discovers a secret When Christopher discovers a secret, unmapped clusters of islands where all the creatures of myth still live and thrive, his life changes forever. His adventure also brings him Mal, a girl pursued by a killer with whom he will transform the destiny of the world. Prepare to be swept away to a world beyond your imagination in this epic adventure series from a master storyteller. So yeah, this is Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundell. It's the first book in the series. Look at that spine, look how gold it is, it's beautiful. I'm also really fortunate to have found the fact that it's a signed copy, as the little sticker says at the front, from this bookshop that I just simply adore. And I'm really impressed actually that they do signed copies and stuff. So I'm really excited to give this a read. As you've probably gathered now, I will actually read anything I want. And I do love reading like books for younger children sometimes, because I think there's a lot more magic and fantasy in them. So hopefully this will be a good read, and then I'll probably be hooked on the series like I am every other book I've ever read. So yeah, this is Impossible Creatures by Catherine Rundell. This next absolutely wonderful book, can we just take a moment to appreciate the cover before I have to take it away to read the blurb, because the blurb's inside, is the Gallagher Dream Department Store by, I want to say, Maya Lee, but I could be 100% wrong because I believe it says on the front that it's a Korean #1 bestseller, and I'm not very good at pronouncing foreign names, it will be said. But this, when the bookstore lady who runs the bookstore handed me this book, I was absolutely blown away with the cover. And then the blurb just got me. So it says, in a mysterious town hidden in our collective subconscious, there's a department store that sells dreams. Day and night, visitors, both human and animal, shuffle in to purchase their latest adventure. Each floor specialises in a specific type of dream. Childhood memories, ice skating, dreams of stardom, your crush. Flying dreams are almost always sold out. Dreams of your favourite food make you feel like you can almost taste it. Join Penny, an enthusiastic new hire, as she uncovers the workings of this whimsical world and bonds with a cast of unforgettable characters, including Mrs. Weather, her reliable confidant, Baby Nap Rockabye, a famous dream designer, Maxim, a nightmare producer, and Gallagher himself, the flamboyant and genius mastermind behind the store. This is the first magical book in a best-selling duology for anyone exhausted from the reality of their daily life. It sounds magical, it sounds cute, it sounds whimsical, and it's ever so colourful. And I am just really, really excited to be lucky enough to have found this and be reading it at some point soon. I'll be honest, I won't know when I'll be getting around to these books because I've kind of stocked up and stockpiled for winter, because I'm a hermit when it gets to like November, December. So I've kind of stockpiled. So I may not get around to these until next year, but I have beautiful books ready and waiting. Now, as all my bookworms probably love reading about bookshops, this one is definitely for you guys. So this is The Door-to-Door Bookstore by Karsten Hen. It's a German book originally, which I'm really branching out with where my books have come from lately. I am no longer just UK based. I am also Korean and Japanese and now German. So this is the cover, and I'll read the blurb. Hang on. I will admit, when I read the blurb in the store, it made me very emotional. This also is signed by the author, which, again, amazing. Love it. So this says, there's a book written for every one of us. Carl may be 72, but he's young at heart. Every night, he goes door to door delivering books by hand to his loyal customers, carefully selecting the perfect story for each person. One evening, 9-year-old Sasha appears. Loud and precocious, she insists on accompanying him, and even tries to teach him a thing or two about books. When Carl's job at the bookstore is threatened, will the old man and the girl in the yellow raincoat be able to restore Carl's way of life and return the joy of reading to his little European town? The Door-to-Door Bookstore is a heartwarming tale of the value of friendship, the magic of reading, and the power of books to unite us all. If that isn't a little bit heartwarming, I don't know what is. I definitely feel like the lady who runs the book circle, where I get all these amazing books from, is a lot like Carl, in terms of she knows the exact books to give to every single person that comes through her door, and I think that's amazing. So I'm really looking forward to reading this cute read, and again, it is The Door-to-Door Bookstore by Karsten Hen. Now, this next book is I say book, it's 3 books because it's a trilogy. I'm only going to showcase the first one as I don't want to give spoilers away, and I haven't read it myself, so I don't want to talk about them too much. But this is a series by Kate Moss. This is The Burning... Can't actually read that right now. The Burning Chambers. I believe it's historical fiction. I believe she writes a lot of historical fiction. I'm going to try not to butcher this word, but there's a lot of words that I do not know how to say, and because it's like historical places. But this says, Carcassonne, 1562. 19-year-old Minu Joubert receives an anonymous letter at her father's bookshop, sealed with a distinctive family crest. It contains just 5 words. She knows that you live. But before Minu can decipher the mysterious message, a chance encounter with a young Huguenot convert, Piet Raidon, changes her destiny forever. For Piet has a dangerous mission of his own, and he will need Minu's help if he is to get out of Lesset alive. A thrilling adventure and a heartbreaking love story, The Burning Chambers is a historical novel of pace, excitement, conspiracy, and danger like no other. I'm fully prepared to admit that I probably butchered half of the names that are in this blurb, but overall I'm very excited to read it, and I might learn some things about history. I love historical fiction. I do tend to think sometimes it can be a bit heavy, but this sounds fun, and I'm excited to read the full trilogy. This next book is another one that I saw one of my friends on Instagram showcase on their profile, and it sounded amazing. It's Sunlight, and I've just dropped it, I know, bear with me. Sunlight by Moira Buffini. I like that last name. That's a good last name. I didn't think it was out of paperback yet, I'll be honest. Sorry if you just heard my air freshener go off then. It's got beautiful black edges, which I adore, and it's a fantasy, so I'll read it to you now. Don't be deceived by North Haven's prettiness, by its whitewashed houses and its seas of views. In truth, many of its townfolk are ruthless hunters. They revile those who have developed sunlight, the ability to connect telepathically with others. Anyone found with this sixth sense is caught, persecuted, and denounced. Welcome to the future. Lark has lived in grave danger ever since her own sunlight emerged. When she encounters a young woman in peril from a city far away, an extraordinary bond is formed. But who can they trust? The world is at war. Those with sunlight are pawns in a dangerous game of politics. Friends, neighbours, Friends, neighbours, and family are quick to turn on each other. When power is everything, how will they survive? I don't know what vibes it gives me. It gives me like, I want to say Divergent, but I've also never read the Divergent books, so probably not. It gives me like really good future sci-fi dystopian vibes, and I love anything revolving telepathy. So I think this will be a really fun read. And I also just love the cover and the gold foiling and the black edges. There's really something about black edges that just makes a book so impressive. I love it. So yeah, this is Songlight by Moira Buffini. Now, this next book is, it was a must buy on my list because this is the October book club read. They always plan a month in ahead, so it's really easy to manage to find the book for the book club, of course. The lady at the book who runs the bookshop where I got all these books from goes to the book club and she gets them in. So it's really easy to just have a quick pop and get the book for the next month. Anyway, this is Restless Dolly Mauder by Kate Greenville, and I'll read the back for everyone. Born into the sweat and drudgery of a New South Wales sheep farm at the end of the 19th century, Dolly Mauder is different to her siblings. She will not endure the small, servile existence of a wife. Dolly, bright, ambitious and stubborn, dreams of a different fate, of building something that she truly owns. She will do whatever it takes to be the woman she deserves to be. Even with a husband and children, Dolly pushes the boundaries of what is proper and what a wife and mother ought to do. As war spreads across Europe and the rules have ever changed, but every life has its limits. What happens when Dolly's wanderlust finally risks taking her too far? It's a cute short story. I think it's going to be kind of inspiring, and I love women empowerment, so I'm really looking forward to reading this in October for the book club. I hope everyone is thoroughly enjoying this video where I butcher authors' names, because here's another one. This is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by I'm going to have to read the spine to say it right. Toshikazu Kawasaki, I think. I'm really sorry. It's another, I think it's Japanese, that's been translated. This was really popular on Instagram and Bookstagram when I was first joining Bookstagram. So I'm really intrigued by it, and I finally decided to get it to read. I do believe it's fiction, time travel, which is quite interesting, and it is signed. In a small back alley in Tokyo, there is a cafe which has been serving carefully brewed coffee for more than 100 years. But I don't like it when they put blurbs in the back. It's really hard to read it. Hang on. Bit of sacrilege in front of the camera here for doing this, but it's fine. Please forgive me, and if you don't mind me murdering books, please subscribe. Here it is. So it says, but this coffee shop offers... I am butchering this today. Hang on. But this coffee shop offers its customers a unique experience, the chance to travel back in time. And before the coffee gets cold, we meet 4 visitors, each of whom is hoping to make use of the cafe's time-travelling offer. In order to confront the man who left them, receive a letter from their husband whose memory has begun to fade, see their sister one last time, and meet the daughter they never got the chance to know. But the journey into the past does not come without risks. Customers must sit in a particular seat, they cannot leave the cafe, and finally, they must return to the present before the coffee gets cold. Toshikazu Kawaguchi's beautiful, moving story explores the age-old question: what would you do if you could travel back in time? More importantly, who would you want to meet, maybe for one last time? Sounds emotional, sounds like I'm going to cry, and I can't wait to read it in the middle of winter. Now, this next one caught my eye mainly because of the foiling at the cover. We love it. This is Once a Monster by Robert Dinsdale. Robert Dinsdale. See? A name I can say. Now, if anyone knows and has been watching my videos for the last couple of times, you may know that I have a bit of an obsession with Greek mythology, and this is a Minotaur, and I love anything Greek mythology, and the Minotaur is something that's always interested me. I do believe this is a retelling, and I'll read the blurb now. Some villains are meant to be heroes. London, 1861. 10-year-old Nell belongs to a crew of mudlarks who work a stretch of the Thames along the Ratcliffe Highway. An orphan since her mother died, leaving Nell with only broken dreams and a pair of satin slippers. She spends her days searching for treasure in the mud in order to appease her master, Benjamin Murdstone. But one day, Nell discovers a strange body on the shore. Nearly 7 feet tall, the creature has matted hair covering his legs, and on his head is the suggestion of horns. Nell's fellow mudlarks urge her to steal what she can, but as she ventures closer, the figure draws breath, and Nell is forced to make a decision that will change her life forever. From the critically acclaimed author of The Toy Makers comes an imaginative retelling of the legend of the Minotaur. I'm really excited to read this. I haven't actually read many Greek mythology retellings that tell the story of the Minotaur, so I'm really excited to give this a read. So this is Once a Monster by Robert Dinsdale. Now, speaking of Greek mythology and Greek retellings, we have Daughters of Olympus by Hannah Lynn. When I tell you I read this blurb and squealed a little bit, you'll understand why in a minute. I'll read the blurb and then I'll tell you why I'm so freaking excited about reading this book. So, it says, Demeter, a goddess of life, living half of one. Demeter did not always live in fear. Once, she loved the world and the humans who inhabit it. After an act of devastating violence, though, she hides herself away among the grasses and the wildflowers. Her only solace is her daughter. Before she was Persephone, she was Kor. Kor is as bright as summer and devoted to her mother, even during their millennia in exile from Olympus. But she craves freedom. Naive and determined, she secretly builds a life of her own, and as she does so, she catches the eye of a powerful god. The Daughters of Olympus will have the last word. Then Hades kidnaps Kor and renames her as Queen of the Underworld. In the land without sun, she realizes she may have a chance to gain back what she thought she'd lost forever. But Demeter will destroy anything, even the humans she holds so dear, to bring her daughter back. A mother who has lost everything, and a daughter with more to gain than she ever realized. They will irrevocably shape the world, all in the name of something as human as love. I fully am invested in anything Persephone and Hades related. So finding a novel that focuses on the empowerment of the story and focuses on Persephone and Demeter is just something I'm really excited about. When I read Girl, Goddess and Queen, I absolutely loved it. So being able to find another book that features on the empowerment of Persephone and also more of a relationship with Demeter, I'm really excited to read, and I just think it'll be a really powerful story. So this is Daughters of Olympus by Hannah Lynn. Now, I hope everyone has enjoyed this little mini book haul from one of my new favourite shops that's local to me. I've said it in a couple of videos now, but I think it's really important to be able to shop locally and support independent bookstores, because even though things like Going to the Works is great because they've got cheap books, they always have the most popular, or maybe not the whole series, but if you go and support a local bookshop, you're getting way more than just cheap books. You're getting a connection with something local, you're building relationships and friendships with shop owners, and the opportunities are just endless. This is the same shop where I went in the other day, and she asked me to do a book review for some promotion, because she wants to get an offer to come in and do a signing, and that's the most magical thing to me. So even though these are a little bit more expensive, but you get what you pay for, you find some amazing books, and you're supporting locally. So thanks for watching. I hope you really enjoyed the video. I hope you've enjoyed me butchering authors and character names left, right and centre. If you enjoy my comedic book hauls, please subscribe and leave a comment telling me which book you are the most interested in, and I'll see you in the next video.